Figure I'd waste a little bit of time. I don't know. Making, I guess, a bit of a fucking blog, video blog of, I don't know, games as it is. Might as well, because that's all the shit can be, so. Video blog as to why games are kind of like falling out of my life as something important to me. They're losing importance. Like, the biggest publishers that were keeping this shit going for me were basically Capcom, Rockstar. That's pretty much it, man. Like, there's a couple other publishers, Sega. Like Capcom, Rockstar, and Sega, pretty much it. There's like, as far as the main ones, Konami. The main ones keeping me invested in gaming. It's Capcom, Rockstar, and Sega. And I find myself struggling to find worth in playing video games. I find myself, the more I learn about new video game properties, new things, independent properties, I find myself losing interest. I find myself hating what I'm hearing, irritated, fucking infuriated. Like, I want to, like, hearing about video games as a service as opposed to a fucking, what the fuck is it? An actual fucking game. Like, a game that was supposed to be fucking completed versus what is now a service. You buy a fucking game that's not done, and then they basically charge you over a set duration of time, which is essentially forever, and you basically get your little upgrades, your little bullshit over and over again until the end of existence. And that seems to be where lots of people want to go. Square Enix is going this way. Lots of fucking like big name people want to do this. Kingdom Hearts, they want to do this with Kingdom Hearts. I'm almost like, fuck Kingdom Hearts now. I wasn't like that. I wasn't. But shit, if that's where games are going, they're just gonna make some incomplete shit, and then fucking sell it to me, and then I gotta spend money on a fucking like bi-monthly basis or tri-monthly basis or some shit like that to get the latest upgrade to fucking get this shit and that shit. I don't have fucking patience, man. I can't. I already knew that I was coming at a fucking apex. All the shit with gaming was coming to a head with me when I fucking felt everything, all the fucking first person shooters were becoming Call of Duty. And I felt that fucking playing games online was more like work as opposed to having fun. And I was already like, it's like, what am I clocking into fucking Call of Duty Black Ops? This is stupid. It's fucking retarded, man. This is dumb. And spending money for it. I got a fucking old school 360. I say old school. Why am I saying old school? It's fucking like third model of this shit. After they fucking got rid of all, like, half the fucking, like, power problems that the fucking other ones had, the 33% failure rate, and all this other shit, and they got rid of it. And I got that one. Basically the last one. It still got that fucking, like, it's gonna carve fucking holes in your disc bullshit, but at the very least, it's got the fucking, like, red ring of death crap done. I feel like this might sound like old shit to lots of people, but this is what I can fucking afford, so fuck it. Get no fucking Xbox One with a new goddamn Kinect. God, I feel like a fucking old, forgotten gamer. That's how I feel relative to the fucking like video game industry. I feel fucking forgotten as a gamer. Like the shit that I give a fuck about is no longer important, or is being phased out, or is just the industry just says we don't give a fuck about that. And as a result, I'm starting to not give a fuck about the industry. It's just like, it's that mutual fucking disrespect that's gonna fucking like, At least for me, it may not be much of a thing to somebody else, but that's just kind of how it's coming off for me. Like, I don't know. Uh, like microtransactions. Uh, that's pretty much what they're saying is the way of the future is we're going to make microtransactions the game. Micro fucking transactions the game. Yeah. So every time you fucking like buy a video game, it's gonna be like getting married to a chick and then passing a kidney stone every time you need to fucking like upgrade. Sounds fucking fantastic. I'm gonna get married to a fucking franchise and then I'm gonna like pass like a fucking microtransaction through my fucking cock. Every goddamn time. God, I'm speaking like so vulgar. I can't edit this shit. I'm sorry. Goddamn. You know I plan to fucking use scripts for this shit? But you know the computer sucks so bad that Celtics actually crashes when you try to save scripts. This shit can't handle a fucking word processing fucking shit here. But no, it's like probably the biggest reason that I'm like having problems is probably a very unique reason. I don't know if other people are experiencing this shit. But I mean, I've had the majority of my games essentially modified, like from like a perspective, not like in the like in the form that's negative. It seems like an up. It's not like the same thing as an update. It's like real time shit. There's been some updates. There's been some like modifications that have been cool. It sounds stupid to certain people. Like the most positive ones have been like basically Capcom, Rockstar, maybe. This might seem like a very strange thing, you know. I don't know. It's not even like put my best foot forward with this shit. I mean, I gotta connect and people. I mean, if anybody, I mean, there's no fucking privacy on the internet. There's no privacy on that bullshit. No privacy on the internet. So if somebody wants to see you on your connect, they can do it. It can be done. But yeah, it's like there have been some modifications to my games from exterior fucking sources. And they're some of them pretty good. Like especially Resident Evil 6, that was awesome. That could only been done by Capcom. I appreciate it. That was cool. Uh, reference to Resident Evil 7 and shit like that within my Resident Evil 6 game. That's pretty awesome. The fucking puppets or whatever, well, the fucking mannequins or some shit like that, and Jake and whatever the fuck that was going on in there. Like for this reference to the Resident Evil 7 demo, that was cool. Outside of this, I mean, there's other cool shit too, but it's like most of my stuff has been modified for like the fucking worst. Fucking this is like it's like mods that are border harassment. Like shit, like people like clearly deviating from like artificial intelligence protocol for shit like Forza Motorsport 4 and shit like that. Like it's clearly people and clearly like deviating from the fucking like the physics engine that's within the game, the basic parameters for all the fucking cars, like all that shit, fucking deviated from. They straight fucking. I remember there was one race I was in. It fucking made an Alfa Romeo move like we were basically like I was watching Wangan Midnight. Like, and that's like some basically some fucking like weird ass anime show with cars on the fucking like street on like a highway, and essentially it changes lanes parallel to the lane that it was in. So it's like, and it basically moves in a way impossible with the regular physics of fucking Forza. And that was what I saw. Like, it's hard to just fucking like state this bullshit. It's like I got like fucking footage, but I mean I can't like I don't know. Like I can't exactly stream this shit. Some of my footage of when I was fucking, there were like other people like edited the physics for the fucking Camaro SS or some shit. I got that on camera, fucking at least like recorded and the shit. The rest of the laps got fucking edited by somebody. I don't fucking know. But the fucking point where they made contact with me, like where I fucking like where I took pictures and shit, that shit remains unedited, and I have that. So like that's cool. I mean, it's not. It's actually kind of shitty when you really think about it, but it's basically really tiring to fucking play video games now. I got I got recordings of fucking like bullshit on the part of people in my video games. And especially in Forza, because it's hard to bullshit in Forza because there's so many fucking areas of telemetry that can be measured and fucking like, they can be checked and mathematically fucking, you can gain a fucking even if I'm fucking under the influence right now, obviously. But with that said, like there's certain things within telemetry you can't fucking fake. And Forza, there's just certain numbers relative like to what a fucking car can do in that game because of the way they gather the information for the simulation shit in their game. Which is, near as far as I can tell, they basically got a couple of yaw sensors and things of that nature, fucking stuffed them in some cars, brought it to fucking Texas, brought it to a test track, and saw how the fucking body would be, saw how the G's would fucking react laterally over the fucking body of the car, and saw a bunch of other shit like that. This is near as far as I can tell. Fucking monitored, maybe even stuck like a fucking scan tool in the fucking ODB, like a OBD2 port, and fucking just read shit, like on the ABS, and just figured out how the fucking car would work, where its fucking lateral G threshold was, and all that other shit. And that's how they fucking did it. Near as far as I can tell. Now, when people start deviating from the average shit, now there are some cars that are pretty unique, things that have like dual wishbone suspension, all other bullshit. But I mean, like Camaro SS, all it's got is independent suspension, and there were people bullshitting with that. Like they were exceeding the fucking like the lateral G threshold for the car, like easily, and this type of fucking bullshittery is what's making me like ultimately this type of thing is what's making me fucking dislike games. It's making me like I don't want to play it because the reason why they do it is a really negative and fucking like coarse and bullshit reason that extends far beyond video games, and I don't really want to go into that. But relative to cars and all that other crap, it's bad. I don't know. I have fucking at some point I'll have to like stream. I'll have to like I don't know like have this officially on a channel that I fucking control that I can fucking like stream crap on. But as it is, once again, we're working with the shittiest computer. This is a crappy. Oh. I wait for the video where I'll be able to forget how shitty this computer is. But that's pretty much it. Like, the fucked up modifications of the games that I'm playing. Basically breaking my immersion, taking me out of the game, making me fucking dislike the fucking product that I've essentially paid some form or fashion, some money, whether my own or otherwise, to fucking play or experience. and it's being altered for the negative. And I'm experiencing that on an average basis, and now it's fucking obnoxious. Or 360 destroys the fucking disc at will, and at least I think that's what's happening. We've reached 15 minutes, and yeah, that's probably enough.